All right, I love selling smalls. I don't know if you can see that, but that's Darth Vader. And these are a bunch of Princess Leia. Star Wars Trilogy Classic. All right, I decided to come upstairs and talk to one of the homeschool hustlers today because he was all comfy up here, and I was like, hey, I'm not going to call you down here today. You tell us what's sold out of the homeschool hustler store. What kind of game is that?
I have no idea.
Doesn't that say Wii at the top?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a Wii game, and that's Zelda. Have you ever heard of Zelda? It's only us old people that know what Zelda is. Only us Super Mario NES people that know what Zelda is, like Blue Ridge Mama. I think she's even old enough to know what Zelda is. So, anyway, that's sold out of the Homeschool Hustler store, and I still haven't looked. I think it sold for $11. It doesn't have a pamphlet inside of it, and it's a nice little Wii game. And Turner, do you like to play the Wii? Yep, but you don't like that game, do you?
No.
No, you never even played it. You know what? You might even like it. But you know what? We'll take that money and we'll give you $1 and we'll put $1 in the bank and we'll donate $1 and we might have enough left to buy a Wii game that you like at another yard sale. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. This is Kevin and we are back in the eBay cave, and we had a pretty average day, but we're really happy with it because we had a viewer sale thrown in there and a couple of old items, a couple of long tail items sold, which we're pretty happy about. And we got a couple of Thanksgiving items, and we finished off one of the retail arbitrage buys that we had last year. And sometimes those retail arbitrage buys come back to bite you. We've had a few over the years that come back and bite us, and we end up getting stuck with a bunch of stuff. And so we're really happy when we can sell out of a retail arbitrage item. So we'll let you take a look at those today. We sold $188 and, let me get this right here, $188.89 out of the Commonwealth Picker store, and we sold, I think, $11 out of the Homeschool Hustler store, and I don't have that one open right now, so I have to take a look later, but we'll maybe get a Homeschool Hustler down here to tell us what's sold out of their store, and we'll let you take a look at what's sold out of the Commonwealth Picker store. All right, if you're not too new to the show, you've seen that we've been selling off these pieces to a Hot Wheels Crisscross Crash replacement. These are replacement ramps from that game, and we've sold a bunch of them. $10 free shipping, which means it's, you know, if you're working from a zero sum here, you're making over $5 a piece. You know, you're looking at $1.50 in fees, and you know, $2.70. Let's say it's $3, so that's $4.50. You're making $5.50 to sell a piece like this. This is the only A ramp, I think. There might have been two, I can't remember. I think this is the only one though, and it sold for $10. And Blue Ridge Mama gets all the credit for this. Thinking of parting it out, taking the pictures and listing them, it will end up making us quite a bit of money when all these have sold. I think somewhere, if I do my math right, around, I can't remember if there's 11. That would be $55. 11 of them, or if I'm missing out a little bit and maybe there's a few more. Either way, we're going to make a bunch of money on something as simple as this. We'll put it in a 5x5x5 box or a 4x4x6. I can't remember how we'll do it, but it'll fit in one of those boxes and we'll get it shipped off pretty quick. I suppose we could put this in a poly bag. I don't think it would break, but it's kind of awkward looking, so we'll probably put it in one of those boxes. All right, I love selling smalls. I don't know if you can see that, but that's Darth Vader. And these are a bunch of Princess Leia. Star Wars Trilogy Classic Monopoly game. Let me see who else we got here. Looks like maybe Obi-Wan there. Does that look like Obi-Wan to you? Looks like Obi-Wan to me. And who's this? Boba Fett? Is that who that is? The bounty hunter? And who else do we have? There's Luke. Got a little Luke right there. And Han Solo. Everybody's favorite, or at least all the ladies' favorites out there. There you go. And maybe there's one more. Is that a stormtrooper? What is that? Nope, that's still, yeah, that is. No, I think that's what that is. At any rate, I'd like to see a Jabba the Hutt one of these. That looked kind of cool. They sold, this was a game we bought for $1 a long time ago. And thinking I could resell it, and ended up not having some of the cards to it, and the money was messed up, and I knew that going in it might not be perfect, so I bought it anyways because I figured that the replacement pieces would sell, and they did. They sold for a total of $12.83 for those replacement pieces. Now this has been around for quite a while, but it did sell. And you figure we paid $1 for that. $2 in fees is $3. Going to cost $2.70 to ship out. So let's call that 3 and make it 6. We're gonna make $7 on that sale, which isn't amazing, but it takes up no space, takes no time, and I love selling smalls like this just because of the space issue we have in this cave. So it's a pretty small space, you know. We've been looking at buying a shed. We've had a few little financial blips in the road here the last couple of weeks, even though eBay's going really well. And so we've postponed buying that shed for a little bit, but it's still definitely in our plans. And that shed, once we get it, hopefully, will be bigger than the space that we sell in here. So fairly significantly bigger. We're not even 10 feet wide here. So we're about 8 feet wide right here. So we don't have much space at all. And I haven't measured it, but we're probably no more than 20 feet this direction. So 8 by 20. And we have 900 items in the Commonwealth Picker store, and we have 30 in the Homeschool Hustler store, and we also have a death pile over here on top of it. So it is a tight space, and so I have used every little inch of this place that I can possibly use. The space above my head, up in the corners, we've built little cubbies. We've got a shoe rack hanging from the back of the door to put tons of shoes in. I've got rods coming up here with clothes, and we've given a couple of tours of the eBay cave here, and we'll probably give another one a little bit deeper into the winter when I can get through that embarrassing death pile right behind me, and we'll let you take a look at what we have in here, and then hopefully we'll have a shed that will serve dual purpose for us. It'll serve for an eBay shed, and it'll also serve for a processing place for all of the things that we're going to eventually put in our booth so we can live a little bit. You know, we like to live downstairs as well and have Christmas down here, and so we got a little bit of work to do. We're happy to have this space. Matter of fact, it's one of the reasons that I really liked the house that we're in, that we purchased. There were 2 things that I thought were important. So if you're thinking about being a reseller out there and you want to move, keep 2 things in mind. Where's your eBay space going to be? Will it interfere with the rest of your life? And how good of a signal do you have? What kind of internet can you get? Because ours is terrible. And it's better than the last place we lived. So all of this that we do, everything, YouTube, all of it, we do it on a Wi-Fi signal through a cell phone signal, if you can believe that, which is a little time consuming. It takes a little bit of time to boot up. So we've got a couple strategies in place to fix that. But we're happy and we're thankful to do what we do. So those game pieces are going to go out, and that reminds me of one thing real quick. We had a little sad news in my family. I had a lady who, I actually mentioned her the other day when I sold the Rummy Cub parts, that used to play games with us all the time. She was an elderly lady who lived next door, and she was elderly when I was a kid. And she was really kind to me and to my brother and to the family. And we got news that she passed away, and just wanted to tell her friends and family out there and my family on the West Coast that we're thinking of everybody out there. And anyway, we want to remember her and all the fun and good times we had. So next item that sold is a Department 56 Halloween Dracula. It's been here for a while in different places, and it sold for, you know what, this is a happy little accident haul, and I didn't put it on here, so I need to do that real quick. It sold for $12.41 plus shipping, and this is gonna go first class. So we're gonna have to be creative, maybe double box the 2 small boxes, the 4x4 and the 5x5 inside of that, just to protect it, because this is pretty fragile. It's got this little walking stick and skull right there. It's Department 56, and it's ceramic, and it's basically pure profit. So we have another Creative Memories item that's also happy little accident sale, and we're going to add that to our total, and we'll give you an update on how much we're profiting so far on that one little yard sale. All right, we have been selling these a lot lately, the Aquifer Ointment body spray, and we bought tons of these, 22 I think. We're selling them for $8.99 for a set of 2, and we're making about $4 profit on them, which is great. We had 22, so we're gonna make a bunch of money, and we've been selling bunches of them, and we are down, I think, to 8 left. So love these little sales, not big money makers, but you know, you multiply it out and it's gonna be well worth our time. All right, this is a Guitar Hero faceplate, and it's new-ish. Got a little rip back here, but it has never been taken out of the case as far as I can tell. Everything inside looks to be packed perfect in the same way it was and no damage on it. So I think we sold it new as is, I believe, or not new as is, but new open package or something like that. We disclosed it, and it sold for $18 plus shipping. I believe that we got this at Goodwill. I think Blue Ridge Mama got it at Goodwill because I can't remember buying it. And I think I remember her bringing it home in one of her little thrifting hauls. And probably knowing her, she's pretty cheap. She probably didn't pay more than about $2.99 max for it. So we'll make about 15 bucks on it. All right, and this is the retail arbitrage item I was talking about. We still have a couple of the big ones left. But this one sold for $14.95 plus shipping, and we have another one that sold for $14.95 plus shipping, and we got them for $3.67. So they're not huge money makers for us, but you figure we're making between $9 and $10, maybe a little bit more on them, and we're really happy with that. We had 5 of them, and these are the last 2 going out, so that's a quick 50 bucks to hold on to an item. Let's see, 5 of them. We paid less than 20 for it, and we're going to make a profit of 50 bucks on them. Just for holding them for, 9-10 months and reselling them. So 1 picture, 1 listing, 5 quantity, and they're gone and out the door. Now, I thought these would sell a little bit better. We bought them for $2.50 last year at Home Depot, I think. Pretty sure it was Home Depot, not Lowe's. And got them 75% off. Actually, I don't even know if they were 75% off. I remember looking at the receipt. I think they were $2.50. And I don't know what that translates to, but we got them for $2.50, and this one sold. There's still 2 left. This one sold for $10 plus shipping, so we're only making like $6 on this thing, and the shipping on it was as much as the sale. Matter of fact, it might have been just a little bit more. And it's Mickey Mouse pumpkin push-ins, so instead of carving your pumpkin, you're just gonna kind of put those in there and save yourself a bunch of time. This is like, this is the poor excuse for what we people in the 21st century call pumpkin carving, I guess. So, at any rate, I don't think we carved pumpkins last year, which normally we do. So that's, Blue Ridge Mama's pretty talented. Maybe I can get her to carve a Commonwealth Picker pumpkin. I highly doubt it. She's probably gonna tell me I'm crazy. So, all right, there you go. So that one's out the door, and let's hope we can sell 2 more really, really quickly, or maybe right after Halloween. We'll see. Here's another Mickey item, and this is Creative Memories Mickey, and this is a 7x7 Disney album, still brand new in the package, and this came from the Happy Little Accident as well, and this one sold for $21.81. I'm not quite sure if this is going to stay under. I think it will. We'll probably just bubble the heck out of it and keep it under 16 ounces and ship it off, and that'll give us a pretty good profit of, I think I already wrote this one down, so I'll let you look on the list of the Happy Little Accident sale and let you see what we've made. For those of you who are new, $200 we paid for a ton of stuff. If you want to go back and look at that video, look at the Happy Little Accident video. It's got the Bob Ross thumbnail on it. Spent $200. Our goal is $2,500 by Christmas, and we're getting awful close by the end of October here to 200 bucks. Or excuse me, we're getting awful close by the end of October to $2,000 off of that $200 buy. So I obviously write very, very poorly, especially for a high school history teacher. My kids look at the board like, what are you writing up there? So I don't do very many notes off of my own writing because they would go crazy trying to read it. At any rate, this is pretty sloppy, but it says $1,766. $14 for that Creative Memories, that's the profit we're calculating out, and then $10 for the Dracula, $1,766. So we're $234 away, if I'm doing my math right, from $2,000, and hopefully we have enough of that stuff left that we're going to get to $2,500. I'm starting to think there's a very good possibility, because I've seen a few things when we get the reports from the booths that are definitely slowly but surely selling some ornaments and some Christmas stuff and some Halloween stuff as well that have been selling out of those booths that are going to be little tiny bits of profit but are going to help us. And when they all sell, that's a couple $100 more worth of stuff that's going to go towards this sheet. All right, and we have a Fleet Eneman viewer sale. It just never ceases to amaze me how these things sell to viewers, and we really appreciate it. And this time it's a double going out, and I believe your name is Margaret. It's Rocket City Reseller, and we really appreciate your purchase. It's very kind of you to do that, and now you have your own little Eneman mascot. Actually, I think, and I could be wrong out there, because I've got a few notes for some folks that you work in the medical field, and you were going to give these away as gifts for the holidays. I think that's what the case was, but I could be wrong. At any rate, you got 2 of them coming out your way, and we'll get those shipped out to you, and we thank you very, very much for your purchase. And that reminds me, before we let you go here, we're going to tack on a few things as we always do. We always find something that's interesting, or we'll take a look or discuss a topic and hopefully help some new resellers every once in a while and get the feedback from so many of you resellers out there that have helped me out and helped us out tremendously. We really appreciate those comments. But that reminds me, if you do want one of those, I want to make sure that you get the Commonwealth discount. So go on to eBay, go through our link below. I think there's a link right to the Eneman. There's also a link to the Homeschool Hustler store and a link to my store if you want to take a look at them. And if you go on there and click on that item and then send me a message from that item, we'll give you a better deal than what's on there. We've been selling them for $10. If anybody wants to ask and get a discount, and we really appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and we will see you next time.